All right, today we are going to look at opening a Bittrex account. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is go to this site right here, Bittrex.com. All right, that is the first one. In a day or two, we are also going to open a Cryptopia account and possibly a Poloniex account. Those are the different exchanges for currency exchanges, as we see right here. So this one is one that I use most frequently. All right, so we're going to go ahead and log in. All right, initially when you first do it, you're going to sign up. So you're going to click here for sign up. You're going to fill out your email address, password, and do a confirmation of a password. You're going to agree, and then you're going to sign up. All right. So that is a quick tutorial on doing your Bittrex. So now I'm going to pull up mine. Just going to log in. There are also different tiers, different levels of having a Bittrex account. So when you first sign up, they're going to ask you for certain things, basic information, and that's your basic tier. After that, if you want to get to a higher tier, then you're going to be asked to submit additional information such as your driver's license or your passport or something like that. They're going to ask you for identification so they'll know who they're dealing with. And depending on how high you want to go into the tiers is what they're going to ask you for clearance and things. And the reason why you need that is because you're going to, at some point, want to withdraw some money. So as you are wanting to draw more and withdraw more and more funds or transfer higher and higher levels of funds from this exchange to somewhere else, then the tiers will determine how much you can withdraw in a given 24-hour period. All right. So one thing we're going to start off here is we're going to start looking at the markets. So I just went over there and automatically it's going to populate based on what you have in this search box. So there's always a B in there for me because I always want to check certain coins. I always want to check Bitcoin Dark. I always like to just check that out and see how that's doing. So you click on it and scroll down just a little bit. And this tells you for Bitcoin to Bitcoin Dark. And you have to understand that every single coin is measured in Bitcoins. Okay, Bitcoin, of course, is the very first cryptocurrency. So everything is measured in the grandfather of cryptocurrencies. This chart right here is a 30-minute chart, as you can see right here. I'm going to squish it together a little bit so we can see more of the history. So I'm going to keep doing this so you can kind of get an idea of where this was at and how well or how awful it's doing. All right. And also I could have gone over here and clicked the arrow down and changed the time frame to a day, 3 days, 1 week, 1 month, an hour, a minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes. So I could have done that as well in addition to squinching up the chart. So out of all that squishing up, as you can see, we went from today's date, which is the 12th, all the way back to August 29th to kind of get an idea. Now, if you look at the chart from August 29th all the way to where we are now, even though it's been at a high, a very good high, and it came back down, it's still higher than where it was back then. So if you had said, well, you know what, I'm just trying to learn this system and I don't know it that well, but I'm just going to start off with this particular coin, Bitcoin Dark, then, and the symbol BTCD, I'm just going to put $100 into it, you still would be up in terms of your money if you had chosen that particular day, this particular coin to get started. All right, let's look at another one. Go back up to markets, and you notice it says Bitcoin. That's B for Bitcoin markets as opposed to US dollar markets. So we're always going to look at Bitcoin ones. And let's look at BCC. This is Bitcoin Cash. As when you put your mouse there, it pops up and it tells you it's Bitcoin Cash. Just going to click on that one to see how that one has been doing. And as we can see, everything is going down right now, which is good. A lot of people stress out about coins going down or markets going down, and that depends on your perspective. I personally have the perspective of I love shopping and getting things on sale. So I prefer to buy something that was $600. I prefer to buy it at $504. So I like when things go down. Other people, they freak out and, they want to sell. The only way you're going to lose money in this is if you actually buy something and sell it for a lower price than what you bought it at. But if you buy it and you just refuse to sell it and hang on to when it's higher than what you bought it at, you're not going to lose. So it depends on what your comfort level is as you see it going down or moving volatilely through time. It just depends on what your level of comfort is. So matter of fact, I'm going to go change the time frame to a month. This actually, now, here's interesting. This one I forgot, just came out last month because they did a thing called a fork, which means that Bitcoin split off and Bitcoin Cash is an offshoot of Bitcoin. So I'm glad I did that so I can discuss that. It's called a fork. And I believe they're going to do another fork in November, I believe. Now, the benefit of that is if you happen to hold any Bitcoin or even pieces of Bitcoin, they're going to give you an equal amount of the new thing when it splits off. That's what happened when when the split happened for me, I had a little bit of Bitcoin, and so it just gave me an equal amount of BCC, Bitcoin Cash. All right. I'm going to go back and change this I'm going to go ahead and change to 15 minutes. All right. And now I'm going to kind of squish it together so we can kind of get an idea of it long haul. All right. And now, again, it came out, let's say, somewhere around, no, it's way before that, I'm sure. I thought it was the end of August or something like that. I have to get the exact date of when the split happened. But let's just look at the dates it gives us. So it says September 6th, and it's around this amount. And if you follow my plus sign cursor all the way over, it says that it was about 0.124. And as of right now, it's at 0.126. So again, even though it went way up and came back down, it's still higher than what it was if you had first purchased it at this time. Now let's just say you came in later on and you purchased it here. Let's just say, because you thought, oh, okay, great, it's going up. I'm going to go ahead and jump in, put a little bit of money in. Let's say you wanted to put just $100 in. So you put $100 in and you bought BCC. Now, at that point, it was going up for a little while. You did good, but then it started coming back down. So all you have to do is hold on to it so that you don't lose money. If at any point you do sell it when it is below what you bought it, you're going to lose money. But if you choose to hold on to it and just wait it out, you're going to be fine eventually. And it, again, just depends on how long you choose to hold it. That's really all it depends on. So now, further down, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. This is where you can do your trading. So this is your trading area all right here. Okay. So on this half of the screen, you can buy Bitcoin Cash if you have enough Bitcoin. So in my particular instance, I don't have enough Bitcoin because my Bitcoin is in something else. And when I say it's in something else, I bought another coin a day or two ago. So most of my Bitcoin is sitting over there. And I'm waiting for it to be profitable before I do any selling. All right. But if you didn't and you just wanted to start off, then you would have your amount of Bitcoin here. And then you would say, all right, great. I want to buy some of this coin called Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to turn my Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash. How do you do that? Well, first you would go up to see what it's trading at. This is the bid price, 0.12716.362. This is the ask price, 0.12716.371. Now, you'll notice there's a little bit of difference from here to here. And you saw that change. It also changes quite frequently too sometimes, depending on the time of day and how volatile the market is. So now you see that the ask price is 6363. You see that the bid price is 6362. That slight difference is what the platform, the Bittrex platform, that's what they charge off of every single trade to keep their platform running. So every time someone wants to buy or sell a coin, they are going to get this minute little amount here. That's a difference. And now it looks like a bigger difference. Okay. So you see now it just changed again. It was 6334, and I think this was like 6371 if I remember correctly. Something like that. All right. So now you see it's a big difference. So in this case, the Bittrex platform, the people who work there and own that, they would get a huger spread from what they would have gotten before. And that's just the cost of doing business. Okay. I think it's similar to the pawn shop idea. If you go to the pawn shop with an Xbox 300 and you say, hey, you know, I want to pawn this, the pawn shop owner is going to give it to you. He's going to be like, okay, I'll take it from you, but I'm going to give you $50. Okay. All right, cool. You need $50. Now, if somebody else walks into the shop immediately after you leave and says, hey, I want to buy an Xbox, then the pawn shop owner will be like, okay, great. I'm going to sell it to you for $100 or whatever he thinks he can get from the person that wants to buy it. So that $50 spread goes to the pawn shop owner. This is the exact same. This is the same exact idea, but in this case, Bittrex is the point. Bittrex is the pawn shop. Okay, so anyway, you would sit here and you would look at these two amounts, okay, and you would decide, okay, now again, since you're buying it, you're going to pay the higher price. When you're selling it down here on this section here, whenever you decide to sell, you're going to pay the smaller price, but of course, because of course Bittrex is going to keep the most money. So you would decide what exactly you want to buy it at. You can make a decision, and you would plug that number into right here. So let's just say, I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Let's say that I want to get this amount. Let's just say. I'm going to copy that. Oh, it won't copy for me, so I'm going to have to remember. 0.1261000. So I would just come over here. Okay, make sure I did it right. 0.12610. And that's what I would plug in. All right. And now if I had more Bitcoin, then I would click here and it would tell me how many of these things I can afford. Let's see if I can afford it. Oh, in this case, I can afford 0.00198 of these. I don't think that's enough money to do anything because, again, I have my Bitcoin and other things. However, this would be how you would start your trade to buy this particular coin. Okay. So again, you go over here and you look to see what price you want to buy it at. You plug that in. Now, if you're, what's going to happen is it's going to accept your order. It might not fulfill your order, but it will accept your order. All right. So if you put in a price that they're not happy with, then your order might sit there for a good little while. So after you go through all this and you push the buy button, your order will sit right here as an open order. It's going to sit right here. In this case, it has, you have no open orders. But if you did that and it's not happy with your order at the time you placed it, it's going to sit right here. And it'll sit there until either it fills, which could be immediately, or it could be the next day, depending on how the market is, or it'll sit there until you decide to cancel it. So let's just say it sits there for a little while and you're like, okay, I'm not going to get it at the price that I want to get it at. You would go over here and there'd be a big red X right here, and you would just click on that and you would cancel that order. Then you would go back up here and then you would change this up to, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to get it at that price. Maybe I'll get it at another price. So you would change it up a little bit. All right. So that's how you would put in an order to buy. All right. So let me see. If I look down here, So it looks like I had some